Hello everyone, welcome to the English Learning Series on the 1000 Common English Vocabulary Words. In this video series, we will learn and master together the most frequently used 1000 English words that every English learner should know. What will you gain from these videos? You won't just memorize the words individually, but you will also learn how to use them in sentences. I will provide you with tons of examples, and you will learn how to use these example sentences accurately, resulting in noticeable improvements in your English. Before we begin, I'd like to advise you that this video series is meant for patient and truly determined individuals looking to enhance their English. Let's conquer these fundamental 1000 words together. Think about what you can achieve through fluent English conversations. Let's get started. Ability. Ability, mean the quality or skill that you have which makes it possible for you to do something. Examples of ability in a sentence. I have confidence in his abilities. She has the ability to manage a business. This job is beyond my ability. I trust his executive ability. I don't have much faith in his ability. She tends to underestimate her own ability. Able. Able, mean to have the skill, strength, knowledge, etc. needed to do something. Examples. He is able to speak 10 languages. I am able to swim across the river. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to call you yesterday. I'm sure I'll be able to find it. You won't be able to handle this job. About. About, mean relating to, concerning, on the subject of. Use about in a sentence. What do you really think about it? I don't care about your past. What do you think about that issue? He genuinely cares about me. What is he angry about? Do you have any information about the project? She is worried about her weight. Don't worry about it. Our house is worth about $150,000. He seems anxious about the meeting. How do you feel about it? I work about 40 hours a week. Don't worry too much about unimportant things. We're very excited about the trip. Nobody tells me about it. I wonder why she didn't tell me about it. Don't talk about work. We're on vacation. Above. Above, mean in or to a place that is higher. Use above in a sentence. Don't go above the speed limit. The plane flew above the clouds. She lives in an apartment above us. – It's on the shelf just above your head. This work is above my capacity. Accept. Accept, mean. To agree to take something, to say yes to an offer or invitation. Please accept my sincere apologies. We must accept this inevitable fact. Will you accept my invitation? She's decided not to accept the job. According to. According to, mean. As stated by. Use according to in a sentence. According to the weather forecast, it will rain tomorrow. According to what I heard, they have broken up. I did everything according to your instructions. Everything went according to our plan. Account. Account, mean. An arrangement with a bank in which the customer puts in and takes out money and the bank keeps a record of it. Use account in a sentence. In order to use this service, you need to register an account. How can I transfer money from my bank account to his? They don't have a bank account. My husband and I have a joint bank account. I'd like to open a savings account. I'm seriously thinking about deleting my Facebook account. I withdrew $200 from my savings account. She has a lot of money in her savings account. Here's my account number. Across. Across, mean. From one side to the other of something with clear limits, such as an area of land, a road, or a river, on the opposite side of. Use across in a sentence. My house is just across the street. There is a house across the stream. I saw them walking across the street. I can swim across the river. He walked across the field. I can see some people walking across the street. Act. Act, mean. Something that you do, to behave in the stated way. Use act in a sentence. We should act morally. I will act on your advice. You better act upon his advice. Action. Action, mean. The process of doing something, especially when dealing with a problem or difficulty. Use action in a sentence. Thinking will not overcome fear, but action will. The path to success is to take massive, determined action. Prompt action is necessary. She begins to explain her plan of action to the group. I don't think you fully understand the consequences of your action. He plans on taking legal action against the company. This action is absolutely unnecessary and useless. He is a man of action. I take full responsibility for my actions. Activity. Activity, mean. The situation in which a lot of things are happening or people are moving around. Use activity in a sentence. What are your favorite holiday activities? She takes part in many school activities. The camp is full of activity. Actually. Actually, mean. In fact or really. Use actually in a sentence. I don't know what actually happened. Do you actually believe that? They're not married, actually. Addition. Addition, mean. The process of adding numbers or amounts together. Use addition in a sentence. In addition to being a doctor, he is a writer. In addition to English, I can speak basic Japanese. This stamp is an addition to my collection. Address. Address, mean. The number of the house, name of the road, and name of the town where a person lives or works, and where letters can be sent, to speak or write to someone. Use address in a sentence. He gave the police a false name and address. Please write your full name and address below. May I have your name and address? Here's my email address. What is your permanent address? Please enter a valid email address. Please take me to this address. The letter was returned because it had been addressed incorrectly. Admit. Admit, mean. To agree that something is true, especially unwillingly. Use admit in a sentence. They refused to admit defeat. He admitted careless driving. He openly admitted his mistake. Don't be afraid to admit to your mistakes. He cheerfully admits that he is over 50 years old. He admitted his defeat. She publicly admitted her mistake. I hate to admit it, but he's right. Adult. Adult, mean. A person or animal that has grown to full size and strength, grown to full size and strength. Use adult in a sentence. This movie is for adults, not for children. That child talks as if he were an adult. We need accommodation for 7 adults and 2 children. I've lived here all of my adult life. After. After, mean. Following in time, place, or order, at a time that is later than another event, later than someone or something else. Use after in a sentence. brush your teeth after each meal. We can either eat now or after the show, it's up to you. Who's going to look after the children while you're away? It's normal to feel tired after such a long trip. We occasionally meet for a drink after work. After a pause, the teacher continued the lesson. Take 3 pills daily after meals. After the speech, there will be a question and answer session. She arrived shortly after us. She felt hot and sticky after 6 hours on the bus. Can we talk about this after lunch? He left home and joined the army after he graduated from high school. Again. Again, mean. One more time. Use again in a sentence. I assure you that an error like this will never happen again. Don't ever mention his name again. He kept repeating the same thing over and over again. I think that we should try again. Could you say it again, please? You must encourage him to try again. She married again in her mid-40s. Against. Against, mean. Disagreeing with a plan or activity. Use against in a sentence. It's against my principles. He is leaning against the rail. Everyone was against them. The boat is going against the current. Don't lean against the wall. He plans on taking legal action against the company. That's against the law. Age. Age, mean. The period of time someone has been alive or something has existed. Use age in a sentence. At our company, the retirement age is 60. We live in an age of rapid technological advance. She got married at the age of 29. She died at the age of 69 after a long illness. You should wear something more appropriate your age. I lied to my girlfriend about my age. List the name, age, and sex of each person in your family. She is about my age. Wisdom does not automatically come with age. Most of the students are in the 17 to 20 age range. He's small for his age. Does he eat well? He looks old for his age. Agency. Agency, mean. A business that represents one group of people when dealing with another group. Use agency in a sentence. He works for a big advertising agency. Could you recommend a good travel agency? My wife works in a travel agency.